Hola, mi gente. This is
Ready or Not Latinas Podcast.
And these are your hosts, Yessie,
Jessica,
Karina,
and Joanna. Just a reminder, we release new topics every Wednesday and officially making it Latina Wednesdays.
so stay tuned and get ready for this chisme.
Welcome back to another Latina Wednesday.
Woo! Ya, yo ya los dejo. I ain't saying nothing.
So,
Long weekend, short weekend, happy weekend.
A long week.
long week, but
Yeah.
not too happy weekend.
No.
Not too happy week, que diga.
No, the fucking weather in Florida has been messing my shit up. Because I've been going to the beach since like, I want to say like,
3
I've
weeks?
been 3 weeks.
Almost
This
a
was-
month?
Oh, this was gonna be my month.
Oh,
But
y
I
luego
had not
llovió.
been able to go because of the storms.
It
What's
rains
up with
one
the
day
lake or something?
It rains one day,
thunders.
and then the next day is beautiful.
Oh no, o like parece que
sour.
va a llover y
Y no.
estás esperando que llueve y no llueve. And I'm just like, I'm not about to get caught in rain. Or que sea la primer tornado que ha pasado por pinche Florida y que me agarra ya.
In the beach,
Ay,
you gonna fly
sí.
away.
So I've been really like uncharged, I feel. Like very like upset.
My
waiting,
Ay.
waiting for something to happen.
Ay,
My brother
chamaca.
today, he's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this weather. Why is it like that?" I'm like, brother, you've been living in Florida for
Y toda-
your
Es
whole life.
Bipolar.
He ain't used to it.
He is sure. I'm like, you're
Hey,
not a Florida boy.
No, pero es que no, like nunca termina de sorprenderme Florida. Porque literalmente hace 2 días está fresco, nice. All of a sudden today está bien bochornoso, close to 100.
Yeah, I think it's the humid.
Humidity.
Humid. That's what I feel. A choke. I feel like I can't breathe. Like,
Bro, I feel like
it's
we're
hot.
inside an oven.
It's
and
hot
they
and
close
humid.
the oven door. No, bro, like I've
choose
been
a
super
struggle.
upset.
Choose a struggle.
Bitch.
Which
Oh,
one?
hell no.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
I feel that
Like,
way.
just leave me in my dark ass room with a high
Oh my
AC.
God,
That's
yes.
it.
you gonna
That's-
knock out.
That's
With that fucking $500 bill of the light.
mine stays the same. Mine don't change. I have solar.
She got that good. She got that good.
She got. I'm like, giving her the stink eye. I'm
Your
like,
bill comes to $500
not
of
yet,
light.
but I'm sure it's gonna be.
Girl,
there
I was about to
soon.
say, what
Especially
the
in the
fuck y'all
summer,
be
that shit
doing?
go up like a
Hey,
motherfucker.
you guys know that the government, or I don't know if it's FBI or who exactly it is,
FBI.
but yeah, you know that's how they find houses that are cooking meth and are having
Oh, by the
They're
heat.
extra hot.
Yeah.
by the people that are, because you're using all this,
electricity.
yeah, you're using all these power stuff for like the weed plants
So
and
you're-
to
They're
cook
gonna show
meth.
up by
So,
yesterday.
your electricity is gonna be like
High.
1,000.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you're the only one in the neighborhood or the only one in the street that is
With that high-ass
consuming
bill.
so much light. They raid your shit, and most of 10 out of 10 out of 8, it's like they're trap houses. They're
What
houses
the
that
fuck?
yes,
That's crazy.
that's how they catch them
I
because
did
of
not
that.
know
So watch out, guys, watch out. Repartan la luz, apaguen la luz cada
Go.
2 horas.
Or grab solars.
That
But they
too.
need a bunch of fucking solars.
Yeah.
in order
No,
to
but
get
yeah,
that
that's how they get
much.
people.
I don't trust
But-
solars, bro.
So,
It's scary to me.
but the solars? Why?
I don't know, because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And then I heard a
Don't
lot
get
of
solars.
horror stories.
Horror stories. What? They come with ghosts
They-
or
no.
what? You said horror. Shit, that
Are you
sounds
fucking
haunting.
serious, bitch? No, I meant like it blows out their fucking electrician or shit.
Oh.
And like
Like catch
they
on
have
fire?
to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to fix all their electrician shit.
Oh,
Like
my.
those kind of stories, bitch, not fucking ghost stories.
Because you said horror.
I know, but
We
it's
thinking, like-
horrible. It's horror that you have to pay
horrible.
thousands and thousands
Yeah.
of dollars to get your electrician shit together.
You're right.
Y no estás viviendo en una nice ass house sin luz.
Big.
That's true.
Living
Imagine.
out of the fucking
Hey, when my
sunlight.
mom had her solar panels at first, the light would go off a lot. Like we couldn't have certain things on at the same time, or half of the house
You
would
see?
lose power. So yeah, that
But
happened.
that's because
for a
my
little
mom's
bit.
house is older, and they had to update
The box.
the box. But that's the thing that they didn't tell them.
They didn't tell her. They
That's fucked
just
up.
installed them until we started having the problems. We called Duke Energy. Duke Energy said, we have nothing to do with you, baby girl. Our power is running. So they're like, you got to call that company. So my mom called the company, and they're like, they came to check it out, and they're like, oh yeah, that box is too old. Like, it's too old to work that system or with that power.
That panel.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
So then my mom, they installed it for free because it was their mistake. They should have, like the guy who told them, whoever installed this should have told you this from the beginning, and then you would have the
people didn't
option.
tell me you should.
Yeah, no, my mom kind of regrets it. I'm not gonna lie, she regrets getting the solar panels
Yeah.
Told you.
because they fucked her up,
Damn.
and she still pays for it. She's paying for it.
Yeah, she has to now.
But I
It has
thought
a
the
lien on your
United
house.
States, they give grants. You can also
They
too.
do,
They
but if
say
you
it-
don't use the grants to go towards it,
Where's the
then
grants at?
they give
You
it to
apply
you when
for
you when you do your yearly taxes. It comes in that it's included in there, and
shit.
if you don't grab that to pay it off, then
Yeah.
You're
you have
fucked.
to still pay it regardless.
You know what? We need to learn a lot of things. I need
We
to
sure
educate.
do.
I need to educate myself
We're
about a
grown-ups
lot
with
of
fucking
things.
kid brains, bro.
Hey.
Talk about. I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
No. I was gonna say something funny about SpongeBob, but go ahead. Okay.
What were you going to say?
I'm today's age now, knowing that SpongeBob's parents were not chocolate chip cookies; they were old sponges. This whole time I thought they were cookies.
How could they be cookies, Karina?
No, shut up.
I didn't know they were dirty sponges.
They're old. Okay,
Oh,
what happens to
I
an
kinda knew
old,
they were
dirty
old.
sponge?
I
Like an
thought it
old
was-
sponge.
Obviously,
You know what I
they're
thought?
old people, but I didn't put the two together. Like, if you think about an old sponge, right? It's dirty, nasty, viejito.
Worn out.
Dirty.
Yes.
That's why they're darker
That's
than
why
him.
they're darker,
Yes.
and that's why they have holes, because it's rusty. Not rusty, but they're
How you
old.
thought they were chocolate?
I thought they were chocolate chip
the
cookies.
ocean. Let's be for real. How
don't
can there be
know.
chocolate cookies under the ocean?
Under the
Man,
ocean.
they're-
But
that
they're
don't make sense.
cartoons. I mean, they're talking.
I don't
So
know.
obviously,
in that-
anything
in
can
that-
go with the
Okay,
cartoon.
I don't
No.
know. I'm not gonna lie. I
If
saw this
Patrick's
on
parents are-
Wednesday.
Or
Stars.
I just found out
obviously.
this week.
No, but then
she
you
got her
don't think
broken
about
heart.
how back then when we were kids, you wouldn't put together, like, it's a cartoon, so I really didn't put two and two together how Mr. Krabs
knew-
is Pearl's dad.
He adopted her.
You always thought, oh yeah, she's adopted.
Well, duh, they don't look alike.
I never paid attention to that. I just like, oh yeah, that's her dad.
All I knew is
Because
like
they were
obviously it's not a cookie.
cartoons.
No, I thought SpongeBob's parents were cookies, chocolate to find it, chocolate chip cookies. Yes, until I just
Have you
it
seen
this
his
week.
grandma?
Yes, también. She looks like a chocolate chip cookie.
This girl.
I swear to God, you guys need to go. Ahorita we're gonna go on Google. Y lo van a ver. Them bitches look like chocolate chip cookies. Well, that shit had me like feeling so stupid. Cause now that I looked at it, I was
They're
like,
like,
damn,
duh,
they're
makes
sponges.
sense.
Makes
They're
sense
old
because
sponge.
SpongeBob is a sponge.
There is other cartoons that I can tell you right now, but I'm like, I just found out, like, when they
Yeah.
tell you, and I'm
Mhm.
like, oh my god,
You're
and it's broken my heart.
Yeah,
because
I felt
know.
so stupid, guys.
That's cool.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Not nothing like that.
I
But,
know you were gonna say something. I should have let you.
At this point, I forgot.
Yeah.
And we were talking
That was
about
funny.
how we have to know more things because now we're grown up.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah, I
don't
don't know.
No.
No.
That
It's
we have
gone.
to educate ourselves a little bit more.
and when we find something out, like Karina just found out, SpongeBob, we're just gonna share. We're gonna share because maybe somebody didn't know. Maybe somebody thought.
the person that posted on Facebook didn't know either, because he was like, why am I just now realizing that SpongeBob's parents were not chocolate cookies? He said chocolate cookies too.
Es como cuando ustedes ya found out that Angel Baby from Mr. Capone was not a person, but it was a car that I told you guys.
Yes, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
or like, there's a song from Little Cohete that it sounds like it's a song to a girl, but all of a sudden, all along he's talking about his gun. Yo
Which
never
one
heard
is it?
it.
SPM has a song
Might
like
have.
that too, Mary Jane.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
has multiple songs
Well, yes.
like that.
Yes, very true.
But hey, when I was little, I thought he was talking about a girl. I thought there was a girl named Mary Jane out there. I swear to God. I swear to you.
es como dice Jessica, uno no lo piensas.
No,
Like, you're a
because
kid
and I'm
you're just
singing
liking
along
it.
like a crazy ass.
Like I
and
was
never
Mary Jane
realizing.
singing it out
Mm-hmm.
at the top of her lungs.
Like medicine. There
Uh-huh.
was a good time where I would just sing it freely like no one's business. Till I got a little older, middle school, and I sung it. And it said, you know that part when it says, take your shit off, let me smell you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about that and I said, this man is gonna smell this girl's vagina. Why? Like, oh my God. And that's when I was like, damn, there's toxic relationship. Like, people go through these things.
Yeah,
Like,
like-
damn,
You analyzed it?
Yes.
Yeah. I was already old when I started listening. Not old, pero like ya más o menos lo entendía.
No, I was pretty young when I was
Yeah,
listening
'cause
to
of
that.
me.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't put one and one until I was like
I
in
think
middle
there's
school.
a lot of songs that I'm like that I just sing to sing that I don't really analyze the
Paying
lyrics.
attention.
And then now I'm like,
You're like, what the hell?
fuck? Has it always said this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, another thing. Oh my, I have a lot of things to say. Goddamn.
God.
Okay, you
Right.
know how the first movie of Shrek. Are you guys Shrek fans? Shrek.
Not really, but I've seen it.
Okay.
Mhm.
So there's a part when Shrek goes to the king's house. This guy, he's looking for a brave person to go
yeah.
get the princess for him, right?
Right.
So he pulls up in the town, and you know how there's a little box that says push
Yeah,
to press
yeah,
it. Okay.
and the little
Do you
people
guys ever
sing.
remember that at the end of the at the end of the little thing singing, did it burn down? Or they just took a picture of Shrek and the
They
donkey?
just took a picture of Shrek and
Because
Donkey.
I seen this girl say that it burns down.
Not with me. Not that I remember.
Well, I kind of want to remember that it would burn down after the little figures were done singing.
Yeah.
Like they burnt down, and then they took a picture of them. That's why they're like,
With
like
the reaction.
what the fuck? Their reaction is like, damn.
Who burned the whole box, or
Yeah,
just
the
the
whole
people?
box, the little monitos
Well,
that
then
are
what's the
dancing
point?
inside.
Okay, but the monitos inside, or the whole box where the picture comes out?
No, the monitos
Just the
inside.
monitos
They
down.
just start burning, and it's a disaster.
Oh, como que sí, ¿no?
Right?
I think so.
Right?
I don't ever remember that.
I feel like I remember it, and that's what the girl
I
was
always
saying.
thought that, just that.
That they were just
They were
singing,
just,
and they were like,
but
what the
like-
fuck?
Makes me want to go back and watch.
Well, that's what a girl did.
she did.
Yeah, she's like, I swear that's not how this film was. That's not how I remember it
Como
when
the
I
Mandela
first
effect.
watched it.
Kind of like that. Mandela effect.
Like they fixed it, and then
Ah,
I was
damn.
thinking, I was like, maybe she's mixed up with Willy Wonka and the
I'm
Chocolate
telling you,
Factory.
I had a Mandela effect because, okay, so you know down there by Rock Springs?
Oh,
I remember.
Oh,
I
yeah,
told
the
y'all that
Starbucks.
shit.
Pues
I'm
ahora
te-
sí hay un
Ahora
Starbucks.
sí hay un pinche Starbucks.
Ahora sí.
But the way I remember it, there was already a Starbucks. It was not there in that same location, but there was already a Starbucks. Y all of a sudden que no.
I
I'm
nunca
like,
he estado un
what the
Starbucks,
fuck?
güey.
I swear to God.
Es que los Starbucks
¿Quién
son
sabe?
very exclusive. So nomás hay en
exclusive
certain
Miami.
areas.
damn.
Yeah, but
Sí, porque,
yeah.
a ver, hay uno por tu casa? No.
Girl, I live in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but there's a McDonald's by your house.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
I mean, closer to her.
on the other side, going towards my Mandora.
The other side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But there's not a Starbucks.
Yeah.
Unless you go
Nice.
deeper in there.
I'm surprised there's one even there.
I'm surprised there's even one right here by our house.
Right?
I pass it every day. I
Because
forget
it's exclusive, I guess.
There. It's exclusive. But no, la
Camarones is
neta.
exclusive.
I'm done.
Not me getting hot as fuck about it. That's funny, bitch. Guess what I did, guys?
What?
You're not gonna believe it.
What?
I know had
what you did.
acupuncture.
Without us, you fucking asshole.
Es
How
que
was
no,
it?
Se
but I
invitó
wanna
y
go.
se
I
fue
wanna go.
sola.
All of us.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing.
Was it on your face or your back?
No, girl, I did it on my back, and she did say my back was a little bit, swollen.
She was like,
I tried to tell her
swollen.
it's my fatness. I'm sorry to tell you, but no, it felt good though.
I
felt
can't do that.
really
Relaxed you?
I have
Yeah.
too much fat for acupuncture.
Ay,
I'd
mira
rather
esta
do it
güey.
in my face. I'm not going to show my
Hell
lonjas
no,
to
and have
nobody.
a final destination moment.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And then I did a thing that's for your vagina to tie in your vagina.
What?
It's a chair. And I was
The
there for
steaming?
Oh, the
no,
steamer.
no. It
Oh,
was an electric chair. Is it called? Hey, I forgot what's it called. Anyways,
They
it's
vibrated your panocha?
They vibrated my panochis. They showed
Did
me.
it feel weird?
Did you do?
It did.
you
Y luego
get
that
a-
pinche
Oh.
like little shocks, and I was like, "What the fuck? This shit is gonna burn my." Pero yeah, it was awesome.
But it was
Don't
with
tell me
clothes or
Yeti-
no clothes?
with clothes.
Oh.
I thought so too. I was like, "Do I gotta take off my bottom?"
I'm like, Jessie had a whole orgasm at the place.
No, girl, no, you can't have an orgasm because it's like like como datos toquecitos ahí.
Como like
To
a
tie in your-
stimulator. Like it was stimulating.
No, it's como it replaces, instead of you doing your Kegels, it kind of replaces that to, for the pelvic.
You know the
How do you-
Kegels are very important.
Yes, girl,
Yes,
and
not
I
even,
very
not
important.
even to
And-
tighten the vagina, but for other stuff like
Yeah.
your pelvic floor.
Yep.
Para
Yup.
que no te andes miando everywhere.
Exactly. Yep. And then, y me acordé de mi comadre aquí,
Ay, sí, yo no
and I was like,
hago.
my comadre needs it.
Yo
You
no
need to
hago.
girl, you
I-
need to
es
practice
que-
on Kegels. Girl,
es
practicing
que
right
I
now. I'm just kidding.
forget, bitch.
I am. I remember, I'm like, God damn, I haven't done it today.
I be living life, bitch. I forget that I have a vagina sometimes.
Por eso luego se anda miando cada ratito.
Oh my
Cada ratito le
God.
corre al baño.
Me.
Comadre.
Pero es porque
I'm
tomo
the same.
mucha agua.
I'm not gonna
tomo mucha
lie.
agua.
Like, there was a point in my life where I couldn't hold my pee. I gotta run because I
But
couldn't
you
hold
have 2 kids. I have 4.
it. Okay, but it doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Do you know I had a car accident? What if, that causes some... Anyways,
Yeah.
I've always had... My pelvis has never been the best.
Strong.
Yeah. Like, there's something with it. I forget what it is.
Yeah.
So, I have
could
that
be
issue.
that too. I need to get checked.
We do. But yes,
The
I did
doctors are
octopus.
expensive. So let's go where you went and let's just get it tighten it.
Tying it up. You have to do it.
up.
You have
But
to
you
go
have to do it
lot,
often,
right?
yeah.
Oftenly.
Close it. Sella that bitch.
Mira esta.
Get it
Stamp
together.
on. No, I was gonna say not stamp it. Staple that beach.
Stick with that bitch close. Imagínate.
Surgically close that hole. But no. And then I also did my parasailing, guys.
You,
Which was-
how was it?
that? I was gonna ask you.
Okay,
and
so yeah, so you guys know that I don't know how to swim.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Okay, I don't know how to swim.
Oh shit.
So my fear has always been drowning. I don't know why. That's my fear
it's a
of drowning.
It's a scary thing.
Yes. So my, like I like crazy shit.
Yeah,
I
I
always
know.
liked it. A mí no me eso nunca me espanta. But I was so terrified of looking down in the water that I feel like I couldn't enjoy it as I wanted to. It was beautiful. It was very breathtaking. Like
Pero
it was beautiful.
No, entonces no te
But
tiran
I
en el
felt-
agua.
Oh, they tell you if you want to. I said no, girl. I said no. Don't throw me in the fucking water.
Yeah, because
So we landed on the boat back in the barquito, but it was amazing. We were 400 feet up in the fucking sky.
did you get sick?
No, I didn't. It was good. Like, it was something different. It was very relaxing. You you get to see a different view
Of the ocean.
of the ocean and everything.
But
me thinking about drowning,
oh man,
Girl.
Everyone did a little bit.
it ruined it a little bit. And I'm like, God damn. Y luego my genius self, porque tienen unos clips arriba, they tell you not to fucking touch those clips because
And
you
you touch
you can
them.
unclip yourself and you
Fall
go and
off.
die. No, I'm just playing. No, but yeah. So me, de los nervios que tenía, güey, I went and blip, and I was like, yeah. But I didn't fall, obviously. Pero, like, that made me more intense. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I almost, it tensed me up. But I would try it again. Now that I know how it feels, I would give it another try. It's amazing. It's something to do.
I'll put it on my to-do list.
Mira, I put it on my
Next
to-do
I
list.
know. I don't know if I could.
It is really no. It's amazing. It's cool.
Halloween Horror Nights, guys. That's on my to-do
Oh
list
hell
this
no!
year.
You're not gonna take me to
No,
Halloween.
don't do
Night.
Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes,
She gonna do it on her own.
No,
Well, I'm
you're
gonna go
gonna
where?
go with me, and I'll
Where?
go with you parasailing.
I'm gonna go with you. Where?
Halloween Horror
No,
Nights.
ma'am.
What?
No.
Don't be a wussy.
I am a wussy on that. Yes.
Look,
Why? It's not fun.
No, it's a lot of waiting.
Because I want to do something where I'm like scared, like, because if you guys don't know this about me, I love horror.
Oh,
like,
we know.
I love horror movies. That's
Her
just
with her
my
30
shit.
day
She watches them
horror
at
movie.
night.
Yes, like,
I know.
I love it. I just love the feeling.
My daughter saw a movie like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. Girl, no pude dormir, güey.
Who? She made you watch it?
She made us watch it.
What was it?
Late Night with the Devil.
Oh,
What?
that sounds
I've
scary.
never heard. Is it new? Oh, that's why I haven't watched it.
I couldn't sleep.
Text it to
have
me.
not-
Text me the name.
I've not watched a scary movie in a long time, and I only watch scary movies in the daytime.
Sorry, I didn't say 1, 2, 3 like you do. I just was away.
Es al chile.
Sin aviso, chingada madre.
Sorry, guys.
Anyways, okay.
So, the topic of the day.
Yes.
I don't know what you guys think of when grandparents butt in on the way you raise your kids.
Yeah.
Porque sabes que uno de hispano siempre, como uno de papá, siempre piensa que tiene el derecho
Yeah.
de decir.
And I see that because that's how I feel with my kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Pero, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Pero creo que debe que haber un punto hasta donde puedes decir o hacer ya cuando viene con tus nietos, ¿verdad? I think
Yeah.
there should be like a separation to that because yes, they're part of you.
I'm just
but-
kidding. The thing is that I don't know about you because you do have a son, right?
Right,
And you have a daughter.
right.
But with my son, me just thinking of him having a girlfriend and her having more of a say than me, that puts me in like another headspace
It
right
does.
now.
Like what do you mean by that?
Like just by him loving a girl. It sounds weird, but
Right.
just like, okay, let's say I tell my son, hey, you can't do this, right? But then his girlfriend's like forcing him to do that. That to me, and him doing it already puts me in another headspace because I'm like, how is she more important than I am?
Oh, okay.
I am
yes.
your mother. I birthed you.
Right,
I come first in your life.
right.
Weirdly.
So do you feel like you would have a right to say when it comes to his kids in the future?
And I want to say
what do you
no because I don't want to be that person. But I don't know because I don't. You don't know until you're living,
there.
until
Yeah.
you have grandkids, and you're like. But at the same time, you're like no. Like right now in my head, I'm like no. Obviously, because that's
right.
not my kid.
Yeah.
That's their
But
kid.
it's a part of you.
But like,
Yeah.
mom, okay, let's see. Like, okay.
Okay, and
There
there's
was a
a
moment where, you know, you had a child young,
yeah.
and when mom would tell you, oh, don't raise her, don't tell her, don't show her that, show her this. This is how you do it.
Okay, so
Does that bother you? Do you mind it, or you don't give a crap?
okay, so this is where things get blurry to me. Okay, so when Yessie said this episode, I was like, I got really thinking, bro. But I don't think my mom has ever told me raise her this way. Tell her to do this way.
Pero no te decía, ay, no la bañes.
Oh, of course, like
that's
like
telling
little
you how
things,
to
like
raise her, though.
things.
But at that time, we're gonna say at that time, I
mean,
didn't
you were
know
a
what I
teen,
was doing,
right?
So I had to follow her lead.
Okay, but at till what point did you stop following her lead, or do you still go by that? Or
Oh no,
Or-
of course not. Like I think when I moved out, because at that point nobody would lead me. Nobody would like. I was just her
Tell
mom.
you anything? Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously I think a little bit before that, maybe when she was already like one-ish, when I knew what to do. Like I mean, I'm not a fucking pendeja, right?
Right.
So once I knew, okay, not to do this,
Right.
or not to do that, or obviously because you know how your parents are with you.
right,
And
you
I-
kind of go by that.
Yeah.
But your mom never told
I
you
don't
how to
think
do
she
it, or
ever-
like
Like, oh,
I want you to do
like,
this.
no la regañes, or like,
No?
you know, like things like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
What about
no
you,
la
Karina?
regañes, like this and that. And I'm like, pero tiene que aprender, like, you
Yeah.
know, like that. But other
She would
than
say
that,
that.
I don't think she ever, and until now, like, I'll tell her things, but she's never, like, given me advice or anything like that.
Yeah.
she's just open
She's
to
very
hear.
respectful of how I raise my kids, I guess. But because I'm telling you, because I moved out when I was, like,
Very young.
17-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like you didn't raise the kids at mom's house,
yeah,
basically.
Right.
basically.
Well, I did raise my daughter at my mom's house for a minute. So she would kind of tell me like you said, like do certain things at a certain time. Like she would tell me, oh, en las noches, like none of y'all would go to sleep without showering. Like you need to shower her every night. Lotion her down, do her pelito for the morning it won't be so much. Like she would tell me that. Or fix a timing for her to go to bed. Like you let her go to sleep whatever time she wants. That's why you're struggling in the morning. Like that, those little things, it wouldn't bother
advice.
me. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, and I would try, and my daughter would just not like
She's
work
just
with
different.
me. No, she wouldn't work with me. She wouldn't. It would be even worse. And then my mom hears her screaming, and what are you doing? ¿Qué le estás haciendo? And that would bother me because I would be like, I'm trying to have her take a shower. But why is she screaming like that? Like, why are you hitting her? Nobody's hitting her. Like, what are you talking about? Then that's where I felt like she was like getting into my how I, because then how I'm doing
Your mom
parenting.
Yeah.
Because then my daughter would see like, oh shit, my grandma's getting her in trouble for yelling at me, so I'm doing something right. I didn't like that.
She's in the wrong.
I would tell her, I'd be like, oh no, it's because this and this and this and that. Like, she doesn't want to take a shower. I shouldn't be begging the child to take a shower. And then she'd be like, oh, okay. But she would first come at me like,
You were doing
why are
something
you
wrong.
hitting her? Yeah, that I was doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Or when she was a baby,
Yeah.
a newborn, and she was crying. Let's just say, you put the newborn baby down and they scream bloody murder.
Right.
And you're trying to go get a diaper, a onesie, wipes, and all this, and same thing. My mom would, what's going on? Is the baby okay? Oh my God.
What'd you do to her?
What'd you do to her? That's
¿Qué le estás
always a
haciendo?
thing.
Yeah.
And I guess
¿Qué le
I don't know. I
hiciste?
guess every Hispanic mom does that too. I don't know
Yeah.
if your mom has ever done that to you.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
your baby's crying and
All the
she's like,
time.
"What are you doing?"
My mom, I think this is where I say because me and my mom's relationship is good, but when I had my daughter, again, I was a teen, but I was not a young teen because I was already 18 by the time I had my daughter. But my mom took a lot of control of the parenting.
Okay.
And I think because of the way I am, que soy muy callada, I don't want to rezongar or era. I let her.
You gotta say
I gave her that option, which I regret because in her head she sees it differently. She chose the clothes. She would choose what she ate. It was everything to the point where like she would just come and pick up my daughter and she would take her. And now her point of view of it, she's like, no, yo me la llevaba y ella no decía nada. Girl, I didn't have a car. How was I gonna go pick up my daughter? Like, you would come and just take her.
Pick
You
her
wouldn't
up
tell me, me la dejas. No, she would just arrive at my place and take her. And like, what do you want me to do? It's my mom. Like, I always tenía siempre esa mentalidad de que, it's my mom, I need to respect her.
She's doing,
She know, like, I can't say nothing. And now it's to the point where she sees it differently. She thinks that I was like, I don't know what she
like,
does. But it's like, girl, I didn't have a car. Like, you live so far, like an hour. Like, how you expected me to go show up at your house to pick up my daughter when you would come and just pick her up unexpectedly?
So she would just come and drop her off when she was done taking care of her. Not taking care of her,
No,
but like
for the
done of having her.
No, sometimes if I wouldn't call and say something, like she would have just kept it. Like she wouldn't.
You'd have been like, "Hey, when are you bringing her back?"
Yeah, no, I would be like, "Oh, ¿y cuándo la van a traer?" And then, "Ay, pues voy a ver." And I'm like, "What you mean?" And then my baby daddy, that's when he would butt in and say something and speak up, and he would get upset. Like him and my mom had a lot of conflict because of that, because she always wanted to be the one.
Yeah.
And that's why at the beginning they never got along because of that, because she wanted to be the main parent of her grandchild.
Yeah.
To the point where she even threatened me, like she was going to take me to court and she was going to take her from me. And that really
hurt you.
And it hurted me, one, and then two, that really pissed off my baby daddy. That's when he went like, the fuck you not.
Because
because
there's nothing wrong. You're not doing anything wrong.
No, and we did have a household.
Yeah.
So so it came to the point where I did struggle a lot with that. And then when it came to my son, she tried to do it, but I kind of like, because I had went through what I went through with my daughter, I was like, no.
You put
And
boundaries.
I put boundaries, and she didn't like it when I put my boundaries because she tried to do the same thing, like come and pick up my son, take him, whatever. And I was like, no. My
you
kid,
were
the first
older.
time till my kid stayed, like completely stayed with my mom, my son, my kid was probably like 2. And I cried. I cried when I left him. And I even called my mom, like, oh, my baby. I cried because he had been with me for that long. And I wanted it different because I am the mom. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, like, and not that I'm putting shade on my mom. Like, I respect her. She helped me a lot.
That's just how
to the day
she helped you.
Hasta la fecha, like, she's there 100. Like, I ask her and she's there real quick. But now that I'm grown, I have put those boundaries because there is times till this day, córtale las uñas a la niña, mírale, ¿y por qué le compras eso? No le compres eso. And I'm like, girl, it's my kid. But one thing that, una cosa que sí siempre le pongo, because, you know, Hispanic parents siempre están a que los niños, que las novias.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, no. And that was one thing from the beginning that they would say that a lot, like, y la novia, las voy a llevar para que le lleven a la novia. I know mucha gente lo toma funny.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like for your son.
For my son. Porque de mi daughter, they didn't do it because obviously
she's a girl.
A girl. You don't want
They
that.
don't do that.
Yeah. So when it came to my son, from the very beginning, I was like, I'm like, no. Él no va a tener novias. ¿Cómo de que no? No. I'm like, él va a ir a la escuela, él va a estudiar, él se va a enfocar en su educación para que sea alguien. You don't want that
to be his, like, primary thought
of going to school.
Because they say it so much.
Exactly, and they say it a lot. And I know they say playing around, but I don't take it there. And I'm like, nope. And to this day, like, even my
in-laws?
No, not my in-laws. My in-laws are very, like, respectful of the way I raise my kids. But to this day, like, my godson, which is my nephew, I put the same role on him. Like, desde que estaba chiquito, I'm like, no girlfriends. But then again, soy madrina nomás, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna go by whatever his parents say. But when he's in my house, like, he knows there's no bad words. He knows there's no novias. There's no talk about novias. It's only school, and he knows. Like, he sees me, and I'm like, what? And he's like, no girls. I'm like, no girlfriends. You're going to school to learn. You're gonna be learning everything that you can. Yes, but yeah, it's pretty hard. But I mean, now it's easy.
Wow,
it's pretty easy. But that's my
I didn't
story
know that.
Yeah.
Now that I'm this is gonna sound crazy, I always do this. I always put myself in, when someone tells me a story, I always put myself in their situation. Like, what would I do in that situation? I'm a party person. I party a lot. If my mom was to come and take my kid,
you're like, hell yeah.
I'll call you. I'll call you. You don't call me. Sunday, all right, kid got school Monday, but I'll call you. Thank you. Love you.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it came to the point where she wanted me to put my kids near her school. I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna enroll my kids near your house so that you can take them to school. No.
Oh wow. You see,
but you think it's because your mom saw you as an immature person? Like,
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know, because I've never been like that.
I think it was because she was young and it was her first grandchild.
Yeah,
and she really
had her
involved herself in it, in being in your daughter's life. I see it that way. I don't see it in a bad way, to be honest. Because, like I said, if my mom did that to me, I would actually, like,
you
at that age. At that age, because I had Veda at the same age. I was 18. I turned 19 once I had her, and then I was still in my party stage. I was still like, I wanted to go out and have fun, and you know, I wonder if I would feel bad. I'm like, I wonder if I would feel bad if they were to, if my mom, I knew my mom, I love my mom, she took care of me. I wonder if I would feel bad if my mom had my daughter all weekend and stuff like that, you know.
But to me, but it's like you said, because you like to party.
Yeah, so I don't think at that age
she was home by herself watching documentaries. I'm just
literally watching Charm and waiting for my daughter to come back and do chores.
But
so I wasn't going out. Jessica was married with 2 kids. Like, we were not hooking up and going out. Like, I didn't have that. I was home.
You were just home chilling,
like trying to figure out life. You know, and I think in her mind, but I think later on I figured out, kind of. Because there was this conversation where it was my mom, my grandma on the phone, obviously, and then me. And they were talking about, like, this is when I was younger. And it kind of, like, you know, when you have flashbacks of back then, and then you're like, oh, shit, now it makes sense. Because I remember this conversation where my grandma was like, like she wanted to know how I was as a mom. And my mom's like, or like how my labor went. It was like right after I had her, and my mom's like, no, le hizo muy bien, y no lloró, y no lloró, and then all of a sudden my mom, it kind of clicked on her head. She's like, no, pero yo tenía menos que ella está más grande. And now like a few years ago, when I kind of like was thinking about it, I was like, I think in my mom's head, even though she knew I was older, she was kind of putting herself in my shoes.
Oh, by saying like that you didn't cry like she cried, or
yeah,
like,
I think in a way, because I'm very baby-ish, not baby-ish, pero I'm very
baby
like como
by your
lovey.
mom.
Ajá, como bien lovey. Yo quiero que me acaricien, like yo soy así, ¿verdad? Like así como like I don't know how
like a ti te gusta que te acaricien, like
Yeah,
you
como,
like that love affection. You're a very love affectionate person.
I'm not scared to show, like I'm not scared to give you a hug. I'm not scared, like I'm very like huggable, like I want, like
you're
that,
very
right?
showing love. You show your emotions physically,
not like
just
with
by
my
word.
mom, like, you know, I've like sometimes like I kiss her and I hug her and like that, so, and I've always had like a need for my mom. So I feel like in her mind, because she saw me like that, she probably saw me as a 15-year-old, even though I was not. So she probably in her head thought that I needed that help that she didn't had when she was younger. Maybe, I feel.
Yeah.
Like I would never know till this day, but for sure.
But yeah, because I don't think that she did it in any bad intention. Because it's not like
No.
she was like hurting your kid or trying to hurt you purposely.
or telling
and it's
you
because
like,
most of the time you said you just let her.
Yeah, I was letting
It happen. So at the end of the day, I feel like until you put those boundaries up, she was like, oh, okay, like there's something here. Like, fuck, I overstepped.
Right.
Because you said because she loves you and she loves your kids. She wouldn't, if she wouldn't be like, corte las uñas. Because she loves him.
Yeah.
Right? So it's all with a good intention.
Right.
Right? So I see how that could come.
Yeah.
That, how she put herself in your shoes.
Right.
Because she was in your shoes.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I see that.
Yeah, but it's kind of rough. Because because mine is the easy way, because the others have it bad, like parents don't give a damn, like they're gonna butt in the grandkids life.
Or the like you, it could be different. You could be struggling. Let's just say you're in school, you need to study, and the kid is crying, and it'll be very good help for your mom to come in.
Not gonna lie, that's how I graduated, because my mom would take care of her.
You see,
and I was able to graduate. There was a point where I just moved in with her. And she was a big help.
Now that you're saying that, I had a friend in middle school. I think it was middle school. I'm not mistaken. She had a baby in middle school, and her mom. I remember she told me that at night her mom would take the baby. Like after school, her mom would take care of the daughter,
like it was her kid.
And let her do her homework. Then she would feed her, bathe her, and then take the baby to her mom. So her mom would sleep with the baby, so she could be able to sleep comfortably and wake up in the morning to go to school.
Oh, that's
and she did that for the whole school year.
Shit.
And
Lucky,
I remember she told me. Well, her mom told me that she would do that for her, because she was upset with her. I'm not gonna lie, she was upset with her, but she was like, the mom was kind of venting with me and telling me that. I was like, damn, that's good, because I'm.
Hell,
for what I know, my mom never did that.
Ahora te chingas.
No, I mean, not to me, but what I saw with my sister.
Bruh, I had to ride the bus at 6 a.m. I had to fucking get my ass up, get her ready, pack her shit. I don't know what the fuck I was packing, but I was packing. And then get on the bus.
She was 16.
Drive 45 minutes not drive, but catch the bus. And let me tell you, riding on the freeway on a bus, not the same thing as driving on real roads, bruh. That shit ain't not cute. And vas ahí toda dormida, güey, porque te desvelaste la noche anterior.
With your baby.
With my baby. My mama was not gonna help me. And I don't know if, because maybe she did and I don't remember, because I am that person.
You forget everything.
Pero no, güey, porque Yesenia está de testigo. Like, I had sleepovers at her house,
and she would be with
I would bring Lupe.
Yeah, it's not like my mom was like, hey, let me
te vas
get her.
A quedar? Like,
let me keep her for so you can enjoy your friends or your cousins.
No, girl,
and
we
stuff.
went to the movies. She was there.
With us.
You see,
I
every
swear.
mom is, a lot of moms are very different.
It's very different. And I feel like Like, I took care of my daughter from the beginning to the end. Like,
Yeah.
To the day.
and that's why in my Familia Peluche episode, I think it was like episode 2
Ooh,
or
I need
3.
to go hear that one.
Bruh. It really hurt me when I was hearing that my family thought that it was a good idea for my mom to raise my kid, because I'm
Right.
like, raise who? What?
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't know. Like, y'all were not there. Like, my mama did not put no fucking effort. And it's reasonable, and it's
Right.
the right thing, because it was my responsibility.
Yeah.
I lay down to have a fucking kid, so I should take responsibility.
Correct.
So, and I don't regret nothing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But it did hurt me, because I was like, fuck, like, nobody ever helped me. Like, obviously, I'm not going to say, like, once or twice, me la cuidó, or le cambió un pañal, because that's not true.
Right.
She would help,
She would, yeah.
but not like,
But it, at
not
the end
like
of the
that.
day, it was
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, like,
yours.
I graduated high school with 2 fucking kids, and I did it by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I can't even say, oh, I had a partner, because my partner was working.
And he would work out of town.
He
at
would
that
work
time.
out of town, so I literally, and
You
I
were
had
on
to
your
get
own?
my ass up, like I'm telling you, do grown ass shit at fucking teenage.
I know.
And like a little.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I was the same age. Like when Yesenia had her baby, I was 18, 19,
Yeah.
and I had my child at home. Well, my parents' house,
Mm-hmm.
and same thing. I'm not trying to bash my mom or anything. My mom's a very good person, very great grandmother. Not great grandmother, but great grandmother.
Grandmother.
Yeah.
And I was sitting in the living room because the baby didn't want to be in my room. I was just walking around everywhere. And I remember the baby was crying so fucking loud. I'm tired. I'm crying too.
Yeah.
I'm crying. The baby's crying. And I was
Damn.
trying to get this baby to go to sleep. And I remember I was just crying out for my mom
Yeah.
to come and help me. My mom never came out.
She was like, no, girl.
She never came out. She didn't come out. I mean, I can't blame her. My mom, and she's elderly. Not elderly.
She was a young grandma, don't lie.
She was a young grandmother, but I mean, I guess she was tired, and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie, I took it to heart for a good minute, but then that same night I thought to myself, I'm 19 years old. I'm not a 15-year-old. I don't need help.
You're
Why
like,
am
"My
I
sister
sitting
did
here?
it at 15."
Yes, that's what I said. Why am I expecting myself for someone to help me? I'm
Yeah.
grown enough to have a child. I need to take responsibility and be here. Don't cry, because I gave up.
Oh, yeah,
I
because,
cried.
like, we all
I
have
cried with the
moments.
baby because I was tired. She didn't want to go to sleep. I didn't know what the hell she wanted.
Right.
Everything I even felt like walking outside with the kid.
Right.
But it was 1 or 2 in the morning. You can't take a newborn baby outside at that time. Hell no. So it was pretty crazy.
I bet.
So
It's a drastic change from you partying, being with your friends, going to trips,
Yeah.
to
And
being
then
at home with a baby.
doing something that you don't know shit about.
Yeah.
And that's the
At
thing,
all.
though, like, but we were lucky that we were strong-minded. 'Cause
Yeah.
there's women that go through fucking, ¿cómo se llama?
The postpartum.
The baby blues, the postpartum depression. Like, bruh, that ain't no joke.
Nope.
And imagine if you're at the point where you can't anymore, and you could have just lost your shit.
And gave the baby to mom. I'm just kidding.
You know?
Or done worse.
Or like, yeah, like we were very lucky. One, we were really young. Because
Yeah.
young bodies heal quickly,
Right.
minds heal quickly, I feel like.
Yeah.
But definitely my pride, it was my pride, bitch, because I've been a prideful bitch since I
She
can
had.
remember.
Very.
So even though I felt like I had a moment like that, plus I was blessed with a beautiful, cute child that didn't cry that much, and she
was a good
very-
baby.
She was a good baby. What was I going with that? Yeah, I was blessed with her, but it could have went south, bro.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Same.
And like I feel blessed that I was strong enough, and that like the pride, bro, the pride got to me where I don't care that I was having a moment where I was crying, my baby was crying, and I was feeling like shit because I was dealing with partner issues, which I thought was important at the moment, but it wasn't, right? But at that moment, when you're a teenager, you think the world's falling apart over a guy, right? So I'm going through postpartum. My kid is crying. I need to learn how to be a mom. I didn't even know what, like, obviously you know what being who's a mom, but then for me to, like, I couldn't fathom why or how
what you had to do.
I was a mom, like
or if you were doing it right.
Yeah, like what am I supposed to? I felt like it was my little sister.
Correct.
You know, even though I had went through birth and shit, but it was just a fucking weird ass experience.
It was. It was. It was.
That
I don't know if it's the
moment-
age. You think it was the
I
age?
think so. Because that moment when they lay my daughter on my chest when she was 4, and I was like,
What the hell?
this
As
is
a
mine.
baby. Oh my
Yeah,
God. I felt like I had the same reaction.
And I was like,
I felt like connection. I felt like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God, it's my blood, my baby.
But
But
it's
in the
just-
back of my back
I
there.
was like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was
Yeah.
like, shit,
Freaking
I gotta
out.
keep this alive.
yeah.
Like, we gotta keep this alive, bro. This is a
Yeah,
human being
and
in
everybody's
my
like,
hands.
oh, how cute! Like, oh, but in my mind, I'm terrified.
I was
Yeah.
terrified too.
How am I supposed to do this? Like, when? Like, how am I supposed to know what's wrong? Like, bruh, like 1,000 things in my head, you know. And it was hard because like I said, my mom didn't. She helped me. You know, she helped me to an extent, but at the end of the day, I had a trial and error.
Try it on your own.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And I think I did a pretty good job, I'm gonna lie.
You sure
I
did.
have
you
an awesome ass
did.
kid.
You sure did. My baby girl about to graduate
Yes.
from high school, which I still can't
Yay.
believe it.
Don't even talk about it because I'm gonna
Unbelievable.
cry.
Oh
I
my
already
first
cried. She
niece.
tried on her cap and gown. I sent y'all pictures.
I know.
Bitch, I was crying, like boohoo crying.
No, wait. The first, after I saw that picture, the first thing that came to my mind was her as a baby.
Right?
Yeah.
Me too. Her stinking body.
And
How
I don't
would
want to take. I
treat
don't
her
want to
as my
take
baby
the.
doll.
¿Cómo se dice? I don't want to take the shine away from her, but I feel like I feel accomplished.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
should
like it's
feel
my
accomplished.
graduation. I feel like it's all about me.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, but bitch, I have not stopped crying. Every time I think about it, I want to cry."
Hell yeah, it's
I
like-
feel like I even told her, I was like, "I'm not even gonna wear makeup that day because, bitch,
I
as soon
could-
as I
that's
walk
no
into the
mascara day.
arena,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be boohoo crying."
Girl,
Okay.
I cried at my daughter's kindergarten graduation. I can
Bitch,
only
me
imagine
too.
a fucking high school graduation. God damn.
I'm not gonna lie. For every special event, yo soy bien chillona.
Yeah, you are. My kids, girl, I
It's
cried like
very
there was no tomorrow.
unbelievable though.
Yeah, that they're growing up so fast.
Too fast.
Yeah.
I feel old as shit.
Right.
Especially when my kid be checking
I feel old
me.
every time I see Lupita. I'm like, God damn, she's a grown ass adult.
She
I remember when
is.
she was just a
Big
baby.
booty Judy.
I remember Jessica's belly. And I'm like, God damn.
I hated that. She would always rub my belly.
It was amazing.
I bet you were like, oh my cousin.
I would always been like, oh my God, there's a baby in there.
Right?
Girl.
And we were 15 pendejillas, you know, and I was there like, oh my God,
Imagine.
there's a baby in there.
Oh
and
my
I'm like,
gosh.
just stop.
Yeah.
She was like, no, that's so cool. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, girl.
I
I'm not
cannot-
cool.
Pobrecita, she was, her world was falling apart.
Falling
And I was
apart.
right here rubbing, talking about it's so cool.
Talking to my
Oh
belly,
my
I'm
God.
like, girl,
I feel
stop
like now
it.
it's like nothing. You see a 15-year-old pregnant out there.
But it
not
breaks
the
my
same.
heart, dude. And I'm like,
It
God
does
damn.
break my heart,
like with my
too.
daughter, I'm like, God damn, she's
I
15.
see her, she's a baby. I'm
and
like,
we were thinking we were all grown.
mine's 19 this year, and I feel like she's a baby.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I still think
And I'm
she's
like,
a little
I
girl.
cannot imagine her going through what I was going. I had
Yeah.
2 kids by her age. 2 kids
Damn, that
waking
is
up
true,
at 3 in the
bitch.
morning haciendo lonche como pendeja.
I know, way.
At
Get it-
at 18 years
Taking
old.
my partner to fucking work, coming back home, fucking sleeping 2 more hours, getting up.
Are you living vicariously through her?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Definitely.
like what she needs to do though, because I know like you guys are 2 peas in a pod, but
Yeah.
you need to like push her out to the world because she's very
Oh,
like
yeah,
with
she's
you
very with me.
homebody.
Yeah.
But I feel like she needs to open up to the world a little bit.
I feel like
Girl,
she
she's so
has.
young. It's
Because
just
of her
I
job.
push her. I push her. I'm like
But you
for-
do it with her, girl. You're her best friend.
She is. That's why she's
Uh-huh.
going through all
Yeah, I'm
this.
going through some shit, and she
Yes.
feels it, and she wants to go like, I want to
Take
do
her.
this, and I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, girl. I'm
yeah.
like, that's why I always try to tell her, like, when I'm having a hard time,
Mm-hmm.
I take that hard time, and as shitty as it sounds, what I mean is like, when I'm going through a hard time, stop it. And you know, like, let's say that there's something that I didn't accomplish, right?
Yeah.
And that in that moment I'm feeling it. because something comes up where I need that or where I'm feeling that moment. I'm like, you see, you have to work for yourself and do everything you want to do before you think about guys, marriage, kids, you know,
But
and
she's
live
not
for
like that,
you.
though.
No, she's not. But I always want to make sure that she gets it
She
clear.
has that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she learns that I went through a path and that wasn't the right path for me, right? But I want her to go through the right path for her.
So
Correct.
For her, you know, and to be different than mine, because obviously mine was not perfect, right? Even though I don't regret it, because obviously I have my kids and I love my kids, and
Right.
you know, but I could have done things
Your choices
differently
could have
for
been
my
done.
kids to have a better life, because you know, at the end of the
Yeah.
day, we do have kids and we live for them, and everything we do is for them.
And then they're growing up with us at the same time. So the same traumas that we're going to, they're
They're
going
just
through
transferred over.
It. Yeah.
Correct.
Don't make fucking sense. You just copy paste.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so
at
we
that
don't
point.
want that. So sometimes our kids might think that like we be like renegando, and we be saying like, don't do this and you can't do that and you can't do this, but at the end of the day, it's for their safety. It's for
Yeah.
them to,
Because
like,
we love them.
exactly. And you've been through something like that.
Yeah.
And you did fuck up, you know, and you don't want them to live like that, you know. You want them to live their life at their age.
At the age
Yeah,
that's
yes.
appropriate.
You know, and I did
Yeah.
not learn that until I was a bit older after
Yeah.
I had my daughter.
Yeah.
When I started working at the chiropractor, the older guy would say things and he'd be like, oh, you guys just probably think I'm an old man, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you this so you guys choose the right path. Don't go through all these things that we went through. You guys need
Yeah.
to listen to people that have gone through life. You guys are just starting.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's when I was like, shit, tiene toda la razón. Like, you know, like, damn, like, you
Yeah.
know, I should probably listen to older people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, listen to their stories and, you know,
Yeah.
think about like, oh, okay, I know what they did wrong. If I ever come across something like that, I know what way to take, because
what way
I
not
know
to take.
because I know that this happened to this person and they took that path and look what
Yeah.
happened to them.
Exactly.
So, you know, so it's always like a learning.
Yeah.
How do you call it? Like you learn from other people, basically.
Yeah.
So
Bueno, los que
yeah.
son smart, they're gonna do that. Pero los
Yeah.
que no, they're gonna listen
Go the
and they don't
same
give a
path,
damn and go.
and the thing that
while knowing,
that
Yeah.
that was coming.
yeah,
Yeah.
So it's a
But
really
yeah,
your choice.
so definitely I want my kids to live their age, because I feel like I didn't live my age, and like, don't hurry up to get to fucking a certain
Yes.
thing in your life. Everything comes as it comes, you know?
Right.
Like, don't chase after being in a relationship or trying to be grown up things, you know? Because
I
at
mean,
the end
you
of the
have
day,
the rest
you're
of your
gonna
life to
be
be
a
an
grown
adult.
up the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Only
a
a
kid for
child.
only a little bit of time. And
Right.
I wish that they would fucking get that through their head and that be their motto, because they really think we're talking out of our ass.
Yes. In a sense, we thought the same thing.
the same thing.
Exactly. So I'm
We
just
thought
like,
the same
you know,
thing,
we,
and that's what
we
gets
didn't
me
know
mad
that
about myself.
Youth is something that comes and goes real fucking
Too
fast.
fucking fast.
Yeah, bitch.
Real fast.
I look in the mirror and I'm like, God damn.
I remember when I would look in my mirror myself and I was 15, and
Yeah.
look at me now.
Yeah.
I have
You
that.
still look
I feel like no,
15.
but I feel like all adults have that. I feel
Yeah.
like they all look at themselves and like, damn, I
Live
wish I
life
was
day
17
at a
again.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Pues bueno.
Pues sí.
Será del viento.
So in sad news, which I thought it was like at first, you know, like when I first saw it, I was like, damn, that sucks, right?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, damn, that sucks. But por qué no? I didn't think that it would be like international news.
It was very
it was
quickly.
surprising.
Very
I got
quickly,
surprised
too.
by it.
Yeah,
Que el
because
presidente de
things
Mexico
happen
even
all the
talked about it. I'm like,
times.
what?
Like Mexicans die all the time,
Yeah. So,
and nothing comes out of it.
yeah.
So when I saw that it was international, I could not believe it. Like,
Right.
obviously it was really sad, because obviously 8 personas murieron, which I'm like, damn, 8?
Yeah,
That's
that
a
was a big
lot.
number. But I mean, there was 53.
Yeah.
53 in the
people on the
bus.
bus.
And that's crazy, because I don't know, like I always thought like, damn, if a bus crashes, I feel like it would be more like that you could survive, because there's more space in there for you to, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's more space for you to bounce off and harm yourself too.
True.
guess.
The roof is pretty high from
Yeah.
the seats.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
The
yeah,
pinche chingazos
so this American white guy. I don't know if race matters, but that's who he was. He was intoxicated. I'm not sure if it was alcohol and drugs. And
Yeah, it was.
Bro, a las 6 de la mañana.
6 a.m. He was on a bender.
Bruh.
Like 6 a.m. on a Wednesday, right? It was on Wednesday.
Entre semana, güey.
Sí,
Se
entre
subieron
semana.
a autobús to go to work, bruh. To go to fucking work. And let me tell you, these hardworking men that come here, they had special visas to come work, and they were riding on a bus, and they crashed into the truck crashed into their bus.
FYI, this happened it's actually an hour and a half from where we are.
Live, and 8 people die, bruh. And the thing is, I'm like, 6 in the morning, tú vas a tu trabajo, a lo que vas, right?
Yeah.
And it's just crazy to me how people, instead of going to work and doing their thing, they're fucking high and drunk and killing people.
Yeah,
like, what
imagine.
the fuck?
Eso
And-
nunca va a cambiar, güey.
And guys, I don't know, but I have a cousin that does that he gets his working visa, he comes for a little bit, and then he goes back to Mexico. Bro, that's the first thing that I thought about.
Me
I'm
too.
like, that could have been him. Like how people come to work, and this is not easy work, because ellos vienen a los fields.
Yeah, they go to
They're not coming here
the
to
heat.
fucking in their AC. In Florida, heat is no fucking joke.
Yeah.
And todavía que digas, no, es que les está yendo fácil, or
Sí,
no,
güey.
man, and then they just die.
Yep.
Bruh. That's
Yeah,
some
it's so
crazy shit.
sad. I saw it was a brother that had his younger brother. He had just came. He had just gotten the visa. And then what the saddest part to me was that he's like, damn, I brought my brother from Mexico. I took him from my parents, and now I'm returning back with the dead body of my brother.
Wait, was it me
What?
that I saw this, or was it real? Cuando levantaron el bus, wasn't there blood dripping from the windows?
Yes,
right?
there was a lot of blood. A lot. When someone told me,
from all the
have you seen the video of the blood of the bus? I thought maybe a door or a window. It's completely the whole other side of the bus where it was like
Laying down.
landing, like where it landed. All of it is like a whole bunch of blood just dripping down.
Yeah.
That to me was crazy. I was like, damn,
It is
it was a lot
crazy.
of
The
people.
trauma, dude. El trauma, los que sobrevivieron
To watch
that's
them.
gonna be hard, dude.
And they were sitting there for a minute like that without anybody coming out of the bus.
Damn, bitch.
Imagine the neighbors. There's a lot of neighbors around there.
Really?
miraba
It looks like in the middle of nowhere.
like,
Yeah, but I think there was like a ranch or something like that, and they pulled up. People
Yeah.
pulled
that's
up.
insane.
So like Jesse said, the even the president of Mexico was like briefing on it,
Yeah.
and like I haven't seen the governor of Florida say anything. Have you?
Ay, ¿tú crees que va a decir?
I'm just saying.
They're two votes.
But I did see that they have put beautiful murals that not murals, eran como crosses.
Yeah, like a
¿Cómo se dice?
a memory.
Yeah, like
a
memorial.
the
pues.
memorial
And they're
thing.
so pretty. And the guy who made them came from all the way from Texas.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He drove here. I was like, damn.
He's
like,
a painter. He's a
Yeah.
painter from Texas.
So yeah, I would want to go, but I'm I can't put myself in that headspace right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sad.
To feel
It is.
something so sad.
Yeah.
I'm going through my own struggles.
Mm-hmm.
So,
To add something that big too.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, it's hard because they're away from their country, they're away from their family, they're
Yeah.
here by themselves.
They are. And for
And-
something so tragic to happen,
Yeah,
and they're alone, and the time that it took for the word to spread, like to the families.
I think the
Because-
same day.
I think I
don't know. No, because imagine the people that are in intensive care. How are they going to speak to say what's their name or certain things?
I
And
guess.
I think it was
you
like
know,
a few,
like a
day
a
or
1 or 2 days.
Yeah, damn.
But still, imagine a family, girlfriends wanting to come and support their loved ones and unable to because they don't have visas.
Well, I think that they were gonna
Y ya
get
no.
pardons or something.
Yeah,
like
para
that.
one
venir.
person, I think it's it. Una persona para de cada familia para venir, so they can come and claim the body.
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, so if you guys want to like look up like any like to donate to these families. I
But
don't
do
know
your
how that
research on the
works. Yeah.
donation
Yeah, definitely.
websites, because don't go out there donating to just whatever website.
Y con todo el pesar del corazón, pero hay gente que se aprovecha de los
Sí.
desgracias de los demás.
Yeah.
So that's
That.
And don't be drinking if you want to go on a bender and drink all day and do drugs all day and do all that. Do not go out and drive or feel like you're capable of driving. You will always think you know how to drive when you're drunk. Always. Don't do that. Don't fuck up your life and fuck up other people's lives, because right now half of all them 8 men that passed away, no matter what age they were, their family, from now on their life is going to be completely different, and all because of what? Alcohol.
Yeah.
And you think you can drive
And
while
drugs.
you're drunk.
Yeah.
So be
that's
careful with that.
crazy.
Even if it's down the road, you never know.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive at all.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that was heavy.
It was.
It was.
Yeah.
I think I've been it's been a heavy thing all week.
It has been.
Every other video on TikTok is
About them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like every you learn a story, the background story about another person.
And
then
it's so
another
sad.
person.
Yeah.
So yeah. So with that, just
Our condolences.
Yeah.
¿Cómo?
Yeah.
Our deepest
Condolences
condolences to
we're
the
not good with
to
that.
all the families. And with this sad note, we've came to the end of the episode.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, Ready or Not Latinas. Once again, I ask you guys every time. I want to hear some crazy stories. I want to hear some Rosa de Guadalupe stories. If something dramatically has happened to you, you don't have to say your name. Yeah, it's from your profile, whatever. Send an email. Make a fake email, or say like, can you please not say my name, or from who, or whatever. But I mean, share stories. I don't think it's wrong to share a story. You're not the first, you're not the last.
Right.
Yeah,
You could have a story that there's so many people in this world.
Yeah. Or maybe a story that somebody has lived through, but they feel like they're alone in it. You know?
Yeah. See?
And if they hear your story, they could probably be like, damn, yo soy la única que le ha pasado eso.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's the reason why sometimes. Oh, I forgot to mention, guys.
What?
Real quick. So you know how I've been going through this transformation, right? And like at first, it sounded like
You were alone.
but at the same time, like I felt a little ridiculous changing my hair, like just going through these emotions. Because I'm like, bitch, you're not a teen anymore. Like, why are you going through something like this, right?
Yeah.
But tell me why I got a message from a listener, and she said she cut her hair because of me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, I don't want to shout her out because I didn't ask her for her permission.
But she's from Cali.
She is from Cali, and you don't know how that made me feel. I cried.
You cried. I cried.
I cried, and because I'm like, damn, like, how can like I shared something that I thought was super vulnerable, and like that I'm like maybe I'm like a ridícula, maybe but I shared it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking it's only me.
Right.
That this is just happening to me, but apparently it happens to a lot of people. And how she felt how she told me she felt free after cutting her hair, and how it helped her. I was just like, bro, that's how I felt.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, girl, I cried. I still think about it and I want to cry.
Yeah.
And like,
Aw.
and shout out to her because
Yes,
también
to
she's
share
going
it with
through
me.
it, and
Yeah, for real.
and you know she's pulling through.
yes,
Just
and
like
she,
you.
and I'm like, she looks so beautiful, and she shared a picture,
Aw.
and I know, and girl, I'm telling you, I was boohoo crying. And so shout out to you, and I know you listen to our episodes.
You gotta ask for permission. We have to send a message
I know I am gonna ask for
just
permission.
so we can shout her out, give her username. Si quieren nomás username.
Yes. So yeah, so I just want you to know that it was very special to me, and like literally that moment was like a beach moment for me.
Right.
How I feel when I'm at the beach.
Yeah, very
And how I feel
comforting.
like, yes.
Dude,
that
I'm
was
sorry
a
to cut you off.
No.
But I was, because because we got all access to the Instagram,
Yeah.
our Latina podcast.
Yeah.
So me being nosy, sorry, but it's very interesting because no te imaginas, like, because she seems very. Como dice, caras vemos, corazones no sabemos.
Yeah.
Because if I was looking at her pictures and you wouldn't think she was going through something.
No, she looks so happy.
She looks happy live.
Yes.
She's tatted up and she has
Yeah.
her piercings and all of this. And very, se mira como very outgoing.
Yeah,
and,
outgoing.
Yeah. So it's amazing to see that. Like, even though you feel like you're alone, you're really not alone in your state of mind. Como no quiero decir like state of mind, but through your transformation, because that's like a transformation.
Or like, not just that you're going through it alone, but like that one. Sometimes your story can like see that person has the same thing going, and then she's like, oh my gosh, she's doing something.
Right.
She's doing something, and that helped her.
Right.
So let me
Try it out.
Try it out and see if that helps me.
That helps you.
That was the shocking part for me.
Right.
Aw,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So shout out to you, and
wishing you the best through this journey,
yes, for
and
sure.
keep us updated.
Yes, definitely.
Tell us what you've done
Yes.
after the cutting
Yeah.
cutting
hair
away
cutting.
your past.
But I want to hear a story. I want to hear a story. I'm
back.
gonna be asking for stories
She's done with my stories.
several days now. I'm gonna not several days. I'm gonna ask for a lot of days. I want a
Okay.
story every day. I'm gonna ask. I want a story. I want a story. I want a story. I want a story. Because I really
Okay.
want to. I want a
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
I
Vamos
do.
a ver cuánto dura esa. Ya es para
I will.
el second day ya se le olvidó.
Maybe third day I will be back on it though.
Karina was like, send me your Rosa Guadalupe story.
I want to hear it. All right, but thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everybody is doing well. Get right with God, guys.
Ahora
Just kidding.
tú.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.